Okay.
It's recording.
Hey, I'm Andrew Penner, and I'm from Fresno, California, and I'm a transfer student from Heston. I'm just kind of in that stage where I'm just kind of figuring out what I want to do in the future, job-wise, where I want to live. I don't know, just being a junior, I mean, I kind of just am looking forward to, getting this year done, getting to my senior year, really focusing on classes, and it's kind of nice not taking gen eds anymore, and just getting more focused in my actual major. I'm a social work major, so I'm pretty excited. I kind of want to work with kind of later adolescence age, I wanted to work with that stage of life just because you're really choosing you're making a lot of life decisions at that point of your life, so I think that's probably why I want to go in there. Actually, there's actually multiple, but one of the biggest things that made me kind of choose social work was my experience that I had with Mennonite Disaster Service. I did 8 weeks of service there with MDS in Gulfport, Mississippi. I was working with, I think, 11 people. 3 of them were from CMU, which is Canadian Mennonite University, and then the rest were from Heston. We had a couple of houses that we were working on while we were there for the whole 8 weeks, but we really, we were just kind of, even though it was 5 or 6 years after Hurricane Katrina, Gulfport was still it's still devastated today by Katrina. So we were just there trying to help rebuild homes for people who have been living in apartments basically since Katrina. So we were just rebuilding homes and just kind of getting to know the homeowners there. Sometimes we would have homeowners come over and speak their life story, their life journey to us. And it was just, just kind of learning about their background is mostly what we talked about. We did talk a lot about what it was like the night that Katrina rolled through. Well, there was a guy that we were building a house for. His name was Gary Lee, and he was living in a trailer right next to the house that we were building for him. And just one day, me and one of the project directors, we were there putting texture on the walls, and he was just like, hey, let me take you out for lunch. And we went out for lunch with him that day, which was really funny because, even though he spoke perfect English, he had a really deep South accent, so it was really hard to understand him. But we just asked him a simple question: what was Katrina like? Like, what was his experience going through the storm? And he just talked for the whole hour and a half about this storm, and just kind of connecting with him, kind of reliving the time with him, and just hearing his story was, definitely something I took from it, and kind of seeing his, getting to know him on more of a friendship relationship. And then when we were finally done completing the house, kind of seeing his reaction and how grateful he was to receive the house. And just because I built kind of a relationship with him, it was kind of neat just to see this whole process. Oh man, well, when it was time to leave, it was definitely, it's really what you get from, I feel like when you get from a long-term mission like that, it was more of, when I left, I was more just like, I was kind of ready to get going. But then once I finally got home and had time to relax and realized I wasn't doing service anymore, everything kind of came back. Like the relationships I built with the people I was working with the people that, I was building homes for, the project directors, I definitely took away from it more than I gave. That's why I said earlier. I just the whole experience overall. Well, what I believe that I got from MDS, what I feel like I took from it, is definitely the concept of building bridges. It was definitely something that I learned during MDS, just something I have to become connected with somebody that's so different than I am, to be connected with somebody who, if you're looking at it's just total economic difference, total culture difference, total atmosphere difference, you definitely have to build bridges to try to connect with people. And once you build those bridges and get to know somebody, your relationship and your view of different people all around this country is going to be definitely changed. So I believe that building bridges with the homeowners definitely is what gave me that sense that I took more away than what I gave. Even though I was swinging the hammers, I was putting up the walls, I was putting in the windows, I definitely, even though I was doing those things, definitely just that short conversation with homeowners, building the bridge to them is definitely what I got from it. We need to be able to connect or build bridges to those people that we would not normally talk to in society. And you never know what their story is going to be like, so definitely being able to make that connection and build that